paying off your mortgage earlier. Are you for or against this idea? Hey, my name is JJ. I'm a retired CPA. My channel is about personal finance, retirement, and food. I semi-retired in 2024. I have to tell you, this is the best decision that I've made for myself. I wasn't forced to retire, although there is a staggering statistics that I read recently stating that about 58% of Americans retired earlier than they had anticipated. The median retirement age here in the United States is 62 years of age, which is a few years earlier than the traditional 65 or the Social Security eligible age. Now, for my generation, is 67. So if you're a homeowner, you're in your 50s and you're contemplating about either a second career or retire a little sooner, you should consider about mortgage payment if you have one. Now, I know why I mentioned about 50 years of age. I know from my personal experience. I was working as a CPA in corporate finance area. I know I was hitting a career plateau in my 50s. I was contemplating a second career. I felt I have lost the drive to climb the corporate ladder. I feel there was a glass ceiling that I was not able to break. So I was restless. Fortunately for me, I had another option. I actually started a business in my 50s, but that's not very common. So given the situation that 58% of Americans retire sooner than what they had planned for, you want to think about one of your major expenditures, which is your mortgage payment. Typically is the largest one for us working folks. I'm in the camp of debt-free as soon as possible, paying off my mortgage as soon as possible. So my strategy was, so I pay extra principal every month. So that accelerated my payoff process. I also paid additional principal when I receive my tax refunds every year. If I receive one, I just send it to the mortgage company to pay off additional principal. Now, there are people for it. There are people against this idea. My personal opinion, you know by now that I'm for it, but what are the reasons that you will be for paying off mortgage sooner or earlier than what time allows you? So number one, I think, is the mentality that you become debt-free. You don't owe anybody any money. You don't have any car loans or mortgage payments. It's a relief that you will not experience unless you're totally debt-free. I can tell you, it feels liberating. Many of us stuck in the work that you may not enjoy anymore because you have obligations. One of the obligations is your mortgage payment. What am I going to do if I quit my job that I hate? How am I going to pay my mortgage, right? So that's a major stress factor in all of our lives. And I personally experienced that. But I know I don't want to owe anybody any money. So I started a strategy to pay off my mortgage sooner. with an additional principal payment. There are other considerations to pay off sooner because we don't have the tax benefits anymore. It used to be the itemized deduction was available to W-2 wage earners, that we could deduct mortgage interest payments, real estate taxes, and your state and local income taxes that you pay on your 1040. President Trump, in his first presidency, took that away in 2017. So majority of us are now utilizing standardized deduction. So you don't have a tax benefit anymore. So that would be another consideration to pay off sooner, in my opinion. Now, there are a lot of people who are against this idea. They like the fact that you want to leverage. You use other people's money to make investment. They think that real estate is an investment. They think that you can generate higher return than your mortgage interest rate. So there are people who are against it, mainly because of better returns that can be earned by investing your money elsewhere. Now, if you have other debt that carries higher interest rates than your mortgage, of course, you don't want to pay off your mortgage first. You want to pay off your higher interest rate debt first. Your credit card, your car loans, etc. Hopefully, you don't have any student debt in your 50s as you're thinking of retirement. So this is something you want to think about, whether you wanted to pay off sooner or just wait for that 30-year mortgage to be amortized by in its natural course. I want to give you one statistic to think about. If you have a $500,000 mortgage at a 6% interest rate, a 30-year fixed rate, over the lifetime of the loan, your interest payment is in excess of $500,000. In other words, in 30 years, you would pay more than $500,000 of interest payment to the bank you borrow money from, which is a staggering number. Your $500,000 mortgage, by the end of 30 years, you could have paid over $1 million in total cash outflow. That's the mentality that I was using to pay off sooner, because I don't want to have the bank to collect all those interest payments from me. Of course, I have paid into my 401k. I didn't have any credit card debt, so I was in a situation that may not be applicable to a lot of people. But generally speaking, in my opinion, if you're in your 50s and you're in a career that you're not totally enjoy, you feel like you may be at risk of losing your job and what have you, you're simply burned out, you want to find a part-time job, make less money. If you are debt-free, all these options are available to you. So that psychological benefit of debt-free, I think is priceless. Money cannot buy that. And I can tell you from my personal experience that I never had a credit card debt. I never had car loan, but when my mortgage was paid off, the chips on my shoulder are completely fell off. I was seriously considering retire early. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully you can share with me what side of the debate you will be on for or against this approach. And hope you like my video and subscribe to my channel so we can share additional personal finance and retirement related stories. Thank you very much. Have a great day.